Hey y'all, welcome back to Pancakes Pandemonium. So if you're new here, I'm Sarah. I'm a mom of 5. 3 are on the spectrum, and I have a husband with PTSD from his time in service. And that is what we're going to be talking about today. I was going to do like a decorating video, and I've done some 4th of July and some 4th of July videos like that, but I thought today I'm kind of in like a sit down and talk with y'all kind of era. So that's what I thought I'd do today and explain to you 4th of July with a spouse with PTSD who is heavily triggered by certain things like fireworks. So how that looks different for our family, yet we still celebrate such a fun holiday. So 4th of July, and I'm sure you've known veterans. I'm sure you've known veterans that love the huge firework display, love going out on boats, love doing all of the things. Our life looks different than that, and my husband with his PTSD, he's gotten somewhat better over the years, but still sitting under a huge firework display, especially kind of the surprise element, right? And so, you know, when you're watching a big dramatic firework show and you think it's over, and then a whole bunch more, I mean, it stresses him out to no end. And even just the practice of sitting under a firework display stresses him out. July in Utah is particularly difficult because we have 2 patriotic holidays, and you know, you get to have the fireworks, and like people are shooting off fireworks in the neighborhood, and you hear the poppets, and you hear the it's a lot, and the stress and tension of those surprise loud noises, it's a lot, you know. And so for us, we try to bridge the gap of tradition and celebrating and his PTSD. So, you know, I have a lot of decor, which is why I'm not putting it up for this video, because some of them are balloons, so I want to put them up the weekend of 4th of July. We're not quite there yet. But, you know, we decorate, we cook out. He kind of had a regression in his PTSD and anxiety starting in 2021. He went through some trauma and a really just sad experience when his mom passed away, and some stuff with his family, and he just wasn't doing so great. And so he's kind of had to reset and restart some of his therapy for his PTSD. And so things that he had been working on and growing out of, some of it's still fine, some of it reset. And so some of that with that is, he's always been one of those people that doesn't like small talk. And so being in social situations, not his favorite, right? But when you're really, really in it, it's hard. So he's kind of been there. So we don't tend to do a lot of stuff, especially over 4th of July. Right? 4th of July barbecues, they're a happy occasion, as they should be, but they're loud. They tend to be really animated and all kinds of stuff going on, right? And when you have a super sensitive sensory response, and you know, you already don't necessarily, like, he's super introverted, right? We live in a time where we kind of really know and pay attention to introvert versus extrovert, and he's super introverted. So that's already a hard situation for him. And when that sensory system is on overload, it's too much. It's just too much. So we really take the 4th of July and we have had to like turn it way down. And even when he's doing well, it looks different because we've established traditions inside that already that the kids come to expect. So we decorate, we cook out, and even in years we haven't had a grill, we've done cookout type foods, right? Hot dogs, ribs slow cooked in the oven or out on the grill. It looks like we're doing ribs this year. Yeah. Thank you, Smith's Marketplace, for having a really good sale a couple months ago so I could put some in my freezer. But ribs and baked potatoes or potato salad or, stuff like that. And then we really love to watch, we're adults now, but we were kids in the 90s, right? 80s and 90s. And so some of our favorite 4th of July movies are, Will Smith movies, Men in Black, Independence Day, and then about the time the sun starts setting and we know that neighbors are going to be setting off fireworks and stuff like that's going on. And we do everything early, right? Because people start shooting off fireworks at sunset, which in Utah thankfully is 9ish. But usually we'll still try to get everything out of the way early so that as soon as dinner is done, he can put on, he's got these noise canceling headphones that friends gave us years ago. They were actually for our kids. We would go with them to races, not NASCAR, but like those types of races. And they were really loud, and they gave us a set. We had a couple sets at one point for Ryan and Alex. Gracie wasn't born yet. And one set has managed to survive. So we have one. And so they're these real heavy duty, like red noise canceling earphones. And he will put earbuds in so that he can be listening to something and then put those on over. And so he can kind of be in the zone. And this year he'll probably work on school, right? Because he's getting his master's degree. And, past years he'll just play a game or, turn on a movie on the laptop or something like that. And then me and the kids will play games, or we'll go ahead and walk out to the neighborhood maybe and watch fireworks. That part kind of depends on the year, age of the kids, everyone's needs. We have kids with autism who also, they aren't triggered by it inside the house like Lance with his PTSD is. They don't enjoy sitting under fireworks either. So if you're listening to me and you're thinking, gosh, you've kept your kids from seeing fireworks. No, it was a very easy adoption to make because 3 of my 5 kids don't love that either, So we're in a really unique situation. And maybe other families are too, right? Where we were just put in the perfect situation to adapt to those needs, right? So we have. But I might take the girls and go for a walk in the neighborhood. Or, when Mason was little, he was a little too anxious. So, we'd play games, we'd watch movies ourselves, we'd, stuff like that. And so that part kind of varies a little bit depending on who and what and where and how and, all of those things. But that is what we do for 4th of July. And it's a pretty low-key holiday. And I will probably do another video similar to this and tell you a little bit about Pioneer Day and how we tackle Pioneer Day, especially living in Spanish Fork, because Pioneer Day is also Fiesta Days, which is a big citywide celebration. It's a whole thing. But that is what we do for 4th of July, and it's different. But we're a different family, and that's okay. You don't have to do everything normal and like everyone else for it to be fun or worthy of tradition. So I just want to encourage you, if, you know, depending on jobs, if you have jobs that may require you to work on the 4th of July, or you two have kids on the spectrum or family on the spectrum, or somebody with PTSD, be it from the service or something else, and these things are triggering, it's okay for your holiday to look different. It's still fun. It's still amazing. If it's important for you to honor this holiday, which for us, I mean, he's a veteran. It really is. And it's okay that it looks different and it doesn't look like everyone else's. And the same for you. If it is important for you to honor this holiday, you can do it your way. It's not like a dishonor on the holiday. It's not a dishonor to veterans. It's not a dishonor to the service to not enjoy parades and fireworks. Okay? So, you do 4th of July your way. I hope this is encouraging to you. I hope it is uplifting to you. And I hope you find some peace in the message today. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to try to keep it short because it's always more fun when we do videos where you get to see the kids, right? Next up, we're going to have the kids' birthday party video. I've got a huge Costco haul video coming up. That's going to come out pretty quickly after this video. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss anything. It's party around here. You never know what's going to happen. Thanks for hanging out with me, and come back soon.